Hello students, this is Dr. Mercado. Welcome back to Course Orientation Part 2, dealing with Blackboard for the Spring 2026 semester. I hope all of you are having a great week thus far and are excited about this new semester. Okay, so now this is going to be an orientation dealing or briefly going over the structure of the course in Blackboard. Now, regardless of the course, all of my classes are set up the same exact way. So I'm just going to select one class and give you a quick rundown of how my courses are structured. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's begin. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to go into the internet and we're going to go into southtexascollege.edu. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into Blackboard. On the top right corner, there's a Blackboard button. We're going to select it. It should prompt you to log in. I was using it earlier, so I've already been logged in all day. So it don't ask me for an authentication, but if you are logging in, you will be prompted to enter your username and password. Okay. Now once you are in Blackboard, we're going to go to, on the left hand side, the section that deals with courses. If you click on courses, it's going to give you a list of the classes that you're taking for the spring 2026 semester. If on the top in terms you don't have spring 2026, you can just hit the down arrow and you can select spring 2026 and it'll give you the classes that you're going to be taking during the semester. Okay, so for purposes of this class, I'm going to select one class and briefly go over the layout. Okay, so I selected Principles of Financial Accounting Online. Okay, we're going to start off with the Start Here folder. The first thing that you have to do is go into the Start Here folder and review the instructor and course information. Okay, once you open it up, it's going to have information about myself, my office hours, my phone number, all of that good stuff. You're going to find it on top. Then you're going to have the 3 orientation videos and then just information related to the course that you're taking. Okay, now I'm not going to spend time going over this. This you can read on your own. It is just important that you locate this information and that you review it. Okay, the 3 videos are provided. Make sure that you do listen to the 3 orientation videos provided. Now, the next thing that you're going to do is you're going to go into your syllabus. You're going to select Concourse Syllabus. Now, I am recording this lecture a couple of days before the semester begins, so the Concourse Syllabus is not live yet. But by the time that you access these videos, they're going to be live, so you just click one button and it'll open it up for you. Okay, right now I'm working on the setup process. But once you open it, you will just be redirected to the syllabus, which will look like this. Make sure that you do read the entire syllabus and print out a copy for your records. Everything that you need is provided here. Okay, what we're going to learn, the course description, the contact information, my office hours, the learning objectives, everything related to the course, the grading criteria. Review all of this information. If you have any questions on the syllabus after you have reviewed it, please contact me and I will be more than glad to assist you. Now, at the end of your syllabus, you're going to have a section called Topic Outline. This is where it shows you week by week what you will be completing, the tasks that you need to do, and the assignments that you need to complete. Okay? So please make sure that you read it, because this is the reason that I state that I don't grant extensions, because all of the information is clearly stated on your syllabus. So I don't want to hear it that I forgot. Well, how did you forget if it's listed here? Okay, it's listed in your syllabus. I also post announcements every week reminding students, so I send reminders. So please be responsible and ensure that you have this available so you can, as you're completing the items, you scratch them off, you highlight them, you mark them off, whatever works for you. Okay, so the syllabus is provided. If you have any form of disability, if you are a veteran, a whole bunch of information is available here that is going to help you get the needed support that you need depending on your needs. Okay, but everything is available to you here. So read it, read the syllabus and print out a copy. Okay, aside from the syllabus, which is very important that you have to review, read, and print, there's additional information dealing with technical information. If you have problems with Blackboard, it basically shows you the contact information. So you just read through all of this information. It's interactive. Make sure that you review all of this information. We've got information about policy statements and student support, the library resources, and the AI policy. So all of the information under the Start Here folder needs to be carefully reviewed by you. We also have the Pronto app. This is a wonderful tool. It's basically like a messaging app. You can use it to message myself, the instructor, or your peers. Okay, it is live. When you send a message, I will receive. Okay, and I will try to respond as quickly as I can. Now, if I am in class, obviously I'm not going to answer. If I am busy, I will not answer. And if I am asleep, I will not answer. Okay, I've had students message me at 2, 3 in the morning. Okay, you can send me a message, but I'm asleep, so I will answer you when I wake up. Okay, so if it's something that I am available, I will more than gladly respond. If it's something that is lengthy, that requires explanation, for example, if you're having issues with the problem, don't use Pronto. Pronto is for quick questions. Are we going to have class? When is this assignment due? We're having an event. What day is the event? Whatever the case might be. For quick question and answers. If you are requiring detailed information, you use either email or Blackboard. Okay. Below that, you're going to have, depending on the class that you have, if you have Cengage class or a class that will use Cengage, you'll have a folder that has Cengage resources. It just has information to students on how to use Cengage. And then below that, you've got Cengage assignment links. It has links that correspond to Cengage, the ebook, technical support, and the dashboard. Okay. I also have a discussion here. This is in case you have a question. It's a Saturday or a Sunday. I don't work on the weekends. And you have a question on a Saturday or a Sunday, and you want to see if anybody's available. You can either use Pronto or you can use a discussion here to collaborate with your peers. Okay. That way, if you post a question, you can just say, I'm needing assistance. Can anybody help? And anybody in my class provide any guidance? And then the students can chime in and try to help you. Okay. So once you have reviewed all of that information, if you notice, there's weekly modules. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, so on and so forth. Every week, it's the same thing. You open up the folder and you're going to have resources. Now, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to go to the overview, the first item. Okay. It's going to explain to you what we're going to learn in this chapter. It gives you a quick summary of the chapter, the objectives for the chapter. It gives you the PowerPoints, and it gives you some lectures. Okay. These are lectures that are recorded by me. Okay. So it gives you all of that information. It gives you the assignments that are due and the due date. Okay. So it has important information that you need to review. Okay. So the first thing you do is you review that information, okay, under the course overview for that module. Okay. Now for week 1, you are going to have a syllabus quiz. It's a quick 5-question quiz in Blackboard, and all students need to complete that quiz because it is for attendance purposes. I need to mark students as attending, and in order to be marked as attending, you have to complete a task. This is the task that you need to complete the quiz. Okay. Once you are done, you are ready to begin with your chapter assignments. You're going to read the chapter and then you're going to complete the assignments. Each of the modules has the assignment links, so you're just going to click on the link and it's going to take you to the assignment. Okay, so you don't have to go looking anywhere but the folder for that week. You have all of the assignments listed that need to be completed, along with the overview where if any lectures will be provided, you'll find them there. So that is how it's going to happen every week. You do week 1, then you do week 2. If you go to week 2, we're going to cover a different chapter. You open up the module overview. Usually I like to start off with a positive quote. just my a habit. We always need to be positive. Gives you a quick overview of what we're going to cover in the chapter, the objectives, the assignments that you need to complete, the due date, and then some videos below, okay, that will help you when you're completing your homework, okay? So that is basically the layout. Every week it's the same thing. You open up the folder, you review what's there, and if you see that circular kind of like image, that means that is a Cengage product, okay? For those using SimNet, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to have links to them. Let me go ahead and let me show you quickly for my SimNet students, okay? So if you're using McGraw-Hill, you'll also open up the folder. You'll have your module overview, which will cover or explain what will be covered during the week. You'll have all of the information, the assignments, and the due dates, okay? And then for this class, I don't have videos because the textbook has videos the students work on, and which are for a grade, and they have to read a section of the book and then complete some tasks. And there's videos provided within the ebook that will help you complete those tasks. So the book is very interactive, okay? So once you open up the module, you're going to have your module overview and then links to all of the assignments. You just click on the link and it'll take you there, okay? So it'll be the same thing. As you can see, it's a different class, but the layout is the same. Your Start Here folder, your Pronto, you've got your SimNet folder, the discussion, and then all of the module folders. Now, the assignments are opened up every Monday and close on Sunday for the most part. That excludes special projects or exams, okay? So that is why it's important to always refer to your syllabus so you can know the due dates, okay? But this is the structure of the class. Every week you'll have a module folder, and in that folder you'll have the overview and then all of the assignment links, okay? So let me see. Well, I'm already here. So then what else are we going to be doing? Okay, we're going to have some, let me see. Well, let me do this. Some announcements. The reason they're not going to populate right now is because they're post dated. So these are going to become available. For example, well, I haven't worked on announcements for this class. Let me go ahead and exit here to a class that I've actually worked on my announcements. Okay. So I need to go back and delete those. Okay. So my announcements, they're going to populate, and you see up here, I've already made 3 announcements for the new semester, and they're scheduled to populate on January 20th, January 21st, and January 25th, okay? So depending on the class, there will be different announcements. Make sure that you read your announcements, okay? So you'll be prompted that an announcement is posted. You click on the link and it'll open up the announcement for you, and then it has information that you need to review, okay? So every week you'll see an announcement populate. I go in there and I create an announcement for you every week, okay? Discussions, I don't have any discussions for any of my classes this semester. The only discussion I have is the question and collaboration from the students. If you have questions, you can use the discussion. This is not for a grade. This is only if you have a question and you need some assistance, okay? As you complete your assignments on either McGraw-Hill or Cengage, those grades are automatically going to feed into your gradebook, okay? So the gradebook will automatically be populating with the grades, okay? So this is where you'll locate your grades, okay? So you'll be able to see the assignments. You'll see something like this, and every grade that you complete, it'll populate here. It means it's been posted. And then that way it'll create a grade for you at the top of what is the grade in the class so far after the assignments have been completed, okay? So this is the grade book. This is a grade book that I use to calculate the final grade from the semester, okay? Messages. This is if you need to communicate with me or with your peers, you just create a new message. This is the preferred method of communication with me. If you click on it, it's going to give you a list of all of the instructor and all of the students, okay? You're going to have 21 more recipients, so you just keep on scrolling, Okay, so you just select who you want to send the message to, and then you type the message down here. Okay, and then I will get a notification that you have sent me a message. I'll know who you are and what class you're in, and I will be able to respond to your message. So you can use this to send messages to multiple people. Just select the students. For example, let's just keep on scrolling, and you just keep on finding people, and they'll get added to the list of people that you want to email. Okay, so this is how you create a message. Okay, so let me see. Oh, that's the class that I haven't finished building yet. Let me change it to another class. Okay. So in Blackboard, the layout is basically the same, like I said, for all of my students or for all of my courses, weekly modules. The only tabs that you have to look at is, of course, the course content. This is where you're going to locate all of the information. The announcements, that is where I post important information. Okay. The discussion, that's only if you have any questions, you can use that discussion available. The grade book will let you know your grades that are coming in and what your current grade in the class is once the semester starts running. And then messages is where you can create a new message to send to myself or to your peers. Okay, so that is basically all of the information that I wanted to run with you today about Blackboard. Very easy to navigate. You're not going to break anything. Go in there, play, explore. But I do want to remind you once again to print that syllabus. Not only print it, but read it. That way you know what are the requirements for the class, the expectations, so on and so forth. Okay, so that is available to you there. It'll be available to you all semester. Okay, so this is a quick rundown of Blackboard. If you have any questions or concerns after you watch this video, please contact me and I will be more than glad to assist you. Okay. Until next time, we just have one more video to go. Let's go watch that third orientation video and we'll be done. Bye-bye.